Hello and welcome to another Raggy's Beers, Wines and Spirits review on a glorious Saturday afternoon in lockdown. Hey, I'm reviewing today a Nottingham legend. The name is a legend. Shipstones Original. Brewed at the Little Star Brewery on Church Lane in Old Basford, Nottingham. 3.8%. And this is the best bitter, the Shipstones Original Best Bitter. Now, I can remember as a child back in the 80s, my dad bringing home Shippo's beer and drinking it. And it was a massive company in Nottingham. And then he got took over by, I think, was it Scottish in Newcastle? I may be wrong. And like a lot of Nottingham breweries disappeared. And let's be fair, it's your heritage. Not only that, decent beer as well. So, a few years ago, is it 4 or 5 years ago now? Might be more. It was brought back. And now there's a Shipstones Best Bitter. There's the IPA, Nut Brown. And I've drank them all, but I've not done any reviews of them. Yeah, you got original Gold Star. Gold Star, I'm sure that's the one my dad used to have. India Pale Ale, Nut Brown and Mild. I have got to get my backside off and get all these reviewed because, yeah, starting in 2015, they, at the Little Star Brewery, they started brewing Shipstones. And I think they do home ales as well. And home ales, I live in Sherwood. Home ales is just a stone's throw into Daybrook, and another used to be a massive brewery. How sad that we've lost these big breweries, but fair play on that. The microbreweries have took up this slack nowadays. So good carbonation and lacing, as you can see. There you go. Amber Pour Whitehead, first beer of the day. It's gone 4 in the afternoon. I've been gardening all day, I've been working all day. And then I went to the shop to get some new brew stuff. I've actually got an hydrometer. So anybody watching this knows that I'm crap with the hydrometer. So from now on, when I do brews, I'll actually know the strength. Ain't nada. Bobby Dazzler. Oh. There's a time when a beer hits the spot. You've been out in the sun, you've been queuing. We forgot a few things yesterday, and then we wanted to, I needed some yeast for a wine mix. I'm doing a rhubarb and ginger, and also a ginger wine mix, but in that mix I've got raisins and sultanas going in. Two different, very different mixes. I like ginger wine, if you hadn't guessed. But I also like rhubarb. And so as soon as these fellas behind me have finished what they're doing, especially this white wine here, you can't see it, can you? There. Once that's finished, and then we're on to the good times. So I have had this at Robin Hood Beer Festival, and I've certainly had it in pubs. Nice malty aroma to it. And like I say, bloody going down a treat. Oh. And it's funny because in the wave of craft beers that there are at the moment, there's still a place for your best bitters. There's still a place for milds. Nut Brown, I've had that. I've had that at Robin Hood Beer Festival. I think last year I had that. I'm sure it came out last year. I may be wrong, you know, after them. And unlike Donald Trump, I admit being wrong. Don't tell people to to inject disinfectant. What the hell was that about? And if you're going to inject anything, inject alcohol. But anyway, do it this way, injecting. got a nice smoothness to it, a bit creamy. And despite all that carbonation there going up, bubbling up, it's not gassy. I've got to say, it's a decent, palatable beer. And it's nice to be actually reviewing it instead of just going to a pub and necking it, because you, as drinkers, and a lot of the time if you're in pubs in town and you just go in and one pub after another, you're not really appreciating the beer. You ain't got time to. Reviewing, for me anyway, reviewing gives me I get the appreciation of the beer and the taste. So, here it says, Old Basford is the home of our Little Star Brewery, a 10-barrel plant brewing the finest Shipstones heritage range. Starting in 2015 and now have a passionate and talented team of just four people. We're pushing the boundaries of our kit and developing all methods of our brew process. We're proud to protect Nottingham's brewing heritage, good lads, and aim to preserve it for future generations by brewing good, honest beer. Fair play. And last night on Facebook, so if you watch this video, Shipstones are on Facebook and they did a live thing last night, and the lad there is drinking his nut brown. He seems passionate about his beer, fair play to him. And he gets the old guitar out and singing away, and fair play to that lad. And it's nice to be in a job you wholeheartedly love. And the best jobs are the jobs where money's not the consideration. Although money is always a consideration if you're being honest, but it's not about the money. It's about the enjoyment, the laugh, what the job gives you. And I mean, I worked at Sainsbury's on the BWS, Beers, Wines and Spirits, and the money wasn't great, but the staff on there and me, we got on so well, did such a good job, and it made for a great job. Plus we got cheap beers, which was always sweetened sweetened it a bit, as you can think. So, on this Shipstone site, Nottingham has always been famous for its beer, stretching back to medieval times. Also is known as the City of Caves, here was a perfect place to brew and store Nottingham ale. In the caves are over 20 mat kilns, brew houses and storage cellars, hand carved out of the sandstone outcrops. The temperature and consistency of the limestone enable beer to be brewed all year round using the soft warm water filtered through the rock. The famous folk song Nottingham Ale spread the word all over the country. And like most breweries, they're doing no contact home delivery, so they're dropping off kegs to your house. I mean, I'm not in the thing where I can afford to buy kegs at a time, and to be honest, with reviewing, my finances are slightly limited on that respect, trying to get new beers. It cost about 30 quid a week just in new beers. But, yeah, I know it's expensive, isn't it? Probably not so much, not every week, but some weeks especially. This week especially, I've been ramping up the old reviewing. So I try to buy in bottles only, single bottles, or if I like it that much, I'll buy 2 or 3 at a time, but no more than that. But yeah, great to see them bringing back the name Shipstones. If you go through Radford, you'll see there's a auction firm called John Pye, and it's all the buildings are in red, and you see a lot of these buildings in red with red paint on, and they're actually the old Shipstones buildings. So this went down amazingly lovely and quick. Malt, Biscuit, definitely got a taste of Biscuit there. And if the lads at the brewery ever watch this, please correct me if I'm wrong. I don't do any looking up. I used to in the old days check out beforehand, so I roughly know what I'm drinking. Nowadays I just guess. Lovely, smooth tasting best bitter. If someone offers me best bitter, I'm like, oh, no, I'm not interested in that. I'd rather drink something that's interesting. But as best bitter goes, this is a nice best bitter. So, that was really nice. Way up, some left. Yeah, I nearly dropped a bollock there. Never leave beer alone. Look at that, I nearly lost out on that. And that's through not watching what you're doing. Hey, that would have been sacrilege. Better. So anyway, put some mats on the floor. I'm going to get some leakage in a minute. I always get some leakage when it drips. So, Nottingham through and through, and I'm proud of where I come from as a Nottingham person. It's not the greatest city in the world, but it's a good city. You know, there's a lot of good people, good diverse amount of people, and great. You know, when these started, Little Star Brewery, when they started making Shipstones again, it was great. It's great to see. You know, we've lost so much in Nottingham. Mansfield Brewery, Shipstones, Home Ales, Hardy and Hanson's. They were still big from years ago. Now you drive past the old Kimberley. I mean, I think it's been all pulled down anyway. But where the old brewery was, and it's like, wow, why have we lost these breweries? Malt, Biscuit on the nose, malt on the taste, a lovely smooth tasting beer. And even though it's a best bitter and 3.8%, it's a really, really good taste. Can't fault it in the slightest. And I'm well pleased I found it actually. I knew I'd bought a bottle. Out of 5. For me, this like Harry Potter, it exceeded my expectations. When I see best bitter, I'm in that. I'm thinking, you know, beforehand, I'll look at a beer and I think this is probably going to be about a 3.7%. Just give it a rough, you know, a rough. Yeah, a rough score. But no, this to me, 4.2%, really good, well worth trying. And if you live in the Nottinghamshire and Derbyshire area, I'm not sure about Derbyshire so much, but certainly Nottinghamshire and parts of Derbyshire until you get so far away. Yeah, it's well worth getting yourself a cask. You know, I could drink 9 pints of that very easily. Yeah, 4.2 out of 5. Well played. Well played, the lads. 4 of you. You're doing the job that I would love to do. Yeah, can't win them all, can you? I love gardening, but I'd love to work in a brewery. Testing new beers, brewing beers. Oh, my dream job. Or even volunteering doing it, you know. Going down and learning. Because there's something to do in learning. And then trying a few beers by you there, having a laugh. Oh, it's all good fun. Right, anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. And as always, in these days, these strange days, stay safe. Cheers. See you soon. Only about 5 minutes because I'm doing another review. Cheers.